and welcome to the Bond Room Unlocked. And yes, the film we have all been waiting for the last 6 years has now been released to the general public. Craig's final outing as Bond in No Time to Die. Now, just perusing various different media sites, Facebook and so on the last few days, and talking to cinema goers as they've been exiting the cinema after seeing the film, my initial findings are this film has mixed opinion with fans. Now today I want to share with you my non-spoiler thoughts on the film. And we're also going to get an insight into the Bond premiere at the Royal Albert Hall, thanks to one of our illustrious members, Agent Philip Latchford. But first, I want to share with you a recent piece of memorabilia that was given to me by Cineworld Cinemas on recent viewing of the new film. This is a promotional pen and case from the film No Time to Die, and it's very simple and very elegant. It has the eye-catching logo on the case and of course on the pen too, and it's just very well presented, and it's a great addition to any collection. Now, generally, cinemas are sent promotional material which they can give out to staff. Sometimes they will have to send it back to the manufacturers or even raffle off. Gone are the days when you can just go into a cinema and ask for the poster that's on the wall after it's been finished with. And of course, a lot of the film posters now are digital. So could posters be a thing of the past in the future? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this.
So hello there, Bond Room Unlocked. This is Philip Latchford, Agent Latchford. As you can see, I'm on the red carpet again. Now, the No Time to Die premiere, it was actually the first proper premiere I'd ever been to. It's the first time I've ever stood on a proper red carpet. A few years ago I did go to a premiere of a film called Iron Men, which was about West Ham, and nice to see Daniel in a West Ham jacket, but that was a bit low-key. We did have one star, Ray Winston was there, but I've never done anything quite as exciting as actually going on the red carpet of a Bond film. I sort of went to the red carpet do at Leicester Square for Quantum of Solace. I was actually in the public premiere, but nothing like Tuesday night. It was absolutely amazing. You felt like royalty. In fact, you were treated like royalty. In fact, you were on the same steps as royalty. It was absolutely fantastic.
It certainly looked fantastic, and Philip will be popping up a bit later on during the video. Now, over the last few days, I have had a chance to really gather my thoughts and process what I have seen on the screen in this film. I have found myself really digging deep and doing some real soul searching and asking myself questions. Did the film feel overlong? The 2 hours and 40 minutes running time flew by for me, and I think that is because you're so drawn into the story and trying to process events unfolding in front of you that you don't realise how long you've been sort of sitting there. I mean, the characterisation and the script are fantastic, and you can tell that Phoebe Waller-Bridge has been involved and certainly injected some much needed humour into this particular film, something that has been missing from the Daniel Craig era. What are your initial thoughts on the new film? Well, there are some huge events that happen in this film that I have real mixed feelings about at this time, and I think after a number of viewings maybe I'll be able to say yes, I understand why they did that, and I understand why they needed to do that. But however, it is such a beautifully shot film and the script is fantastic. There is so much in there to entice and delight the Bond fan. If you think Die Another Day, with its many Easter eggs, but think classier.
Right, my initial impressions of the whole premiere thing, well, I do like the Royal Albert Hall, but to be fair, it should really be at this place here, shouldn't it? This is the home of the Bond premiere, but it was a really exciting event being in front of royalty, and I'll talk about that a little bit later on.
What about the cast? Did anyone stand out? What about the cast? Okay, so the supporting cast are standout in this film. Whether it be Bond's regulars, M, Q, Moneypenny, even Naomi Harris, who I'm not that keen on as Moneypenny, was far better in this film. And Léa Seydoux. Now, I don't rate her character, Madeleine Swann, as a Bond girl on the back of Spectre, but she was given more screen time and became more developed, and I found myself thinking, yes, she's better in this film. And then there's Nomi and Paloma, played by Lashana Lynch and Ana de Armas respectively. People were worried about the casting of Lashana Lynch in the 00 agent role, but it was just done brilliantly. Her relationship with Bond provides a number of very funny moments within the film. And Ana de Armas may only have a few minutes screen time, but boy does she make it count, wielding 2 miniguns rolling around in a revealing cocktail dress. I mean, it is just amazing. Now, the other character that I want to briefly touch on is the villain, Safin, played by the brilliant Rami Malek. Now, he was not portrayed how I expected him to be. I thought he was going to be a huge megalomaniac figure. But Rami plays him so understated and very inward that he becomes the creepiest villain I think that we have seen in the franchise.
There is absolutely nothing quite like being in the chair watching the film for the first time.
What are your thoughts on the theme song and soundtrack? The theme song by Billie Eilish will never be a classic in my eyes, but it totally fits the tone and style of this film. And the soundtrack by Hans Zimmer, it is sumptuous and it draws on the soundtracks of the past but takes them forward into the future. Has it been worth the wait? I think after repeat viewings, yes. It's a good completion to the Bond arc. Now, whilst I've not been a fan of linking the films together, because I think at times it is contrived, but they have definitely crossed the T's and dotted the I's, and it's closed the door on Daniel Craig's Bond with definitely a kiss kiss and a bang bang.
You know, well, obviously being with royalty was an absolutely fantastic thing, and one of the questions you asked is about which celebs did you see. Well, I was very close to Daniel and he looked great in his West Ham jacket, absolutely fantastic. But I think one of the best celebs that really took the eye, and that was the question, who took the eye? It was someone from Made in Chelsea who was called Kimberly Garner, who was wearing quite the most amazing dress. Okay, well, I'm actually here at a No Time to Die location. Spoilers, can't quite say what's going on here, but it doesn't involve a knighthood.
So if you have enjoyed this non-spoiler review on No Time to Die and Philip's insight into his time at the premiere, then please give it an MI6 stamp of approval and click on the notifications below. Now, why not subscribe to the channel? There will be more in-depth reviews of this film as time goes on, and once the USA have had their release, my American agents from a previous episode will return to see if their expectations were fulfilled. Now, I'd like to thank Agent Philip Latchford, as always, for his fun and very unique dive into his premiere. It looked and it sounded fabulous, and it's one for the bucket list. And I'd like to thank you all for joining me at the Bond Room Unlocked. And remember, keep the secrets.
So what did I think of the film? Well, I give it 5 stars. Tell no one.